Let's talk about women. To one point, there are some of the most amazing things on this earth. You know, a nice feminine woman can really just warm up your heart, make you feel like everything's gonna be okay. You got your nice little ride or die, someone to grow old with. Those butterflies you get in your stomach when y'all first start talking. Oh, it's amazing. And then, out of nowhere, shit just starts to go south. Y'all start arguing about bullshit. You start thinking to yourself, like, why the fuck am I in this situation? Why am I talking to this girl? And this is what I want to get into. Because even less so about relationships and stuff like that, because that's implying that you actually found a decent girl that was worthy of a relationship. That's not easy to do nowadays. Because I was thinking to myself, and maybe I'm just looking in the wrong areas. Maybe I'm just not in the I'm not in the club of these super exceptional women. But I asked myself, I said, Henry, when was the last time you spoke to a young lady and she really made you think like, wow, that was insightful. Like, you really made me think deeply about that. That was some excellent information to know. And I want you guys to do this exercise yourself, especially if you're single and you've just been kind of like shooting the shit with girls and, you've talked to some different girls here and there. What are these conversations about? Talking about favorite colors? Favorite TV shows? What are y'all talking about? I'm curious. Because for me, most of the time we just talking about bullshit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I even talking to this young lady? We're not talking about nothing interesting, nothing that's going to move my life forward. In fact, most times it does quite the opposite. Takes away your time, takes away your focus. All because this young lady is pretty. Shit, if you struggle talking to women and you have a hard time like even just going up and speaking to a girl, I encourage you just to do it. I just want you to speak to women. Speak to them for the majority. And I don't want to make this sound too sexist, but let's just be real here. We're speaking in generalities. The majority. And a lot of these girls just don't have a lot to offer. And you know what? And I don't want to play the card of like, oh, all girls suck and yada yada yada, because I also, it's probably my fault. It is my fault because I haven't put myself in a situation or a position to where I can attract girls that maybe are a bit smarter or are a bit more interesting to talk to. But then again, maybe that's not even the route I want to take. Because even when I think about conversations that I actually did genuinely enjoy with women, most of them are just me talking my shit. Like I come on here and I talk my shit. Most of the conversations I enjoy is when they just let me talk my shit. But they're actually interested in what I have to say. Because there's kind of two dynamics when you're talking to a girl or when you're in a relationship with a girl. You got the cheerleader dynamic, and then you got the y'all are both like doing y'all thing dynamic. And ideally, I think I would prefer just a cheerleader dynamic, just cheer me on doing my thing. I don't really care much for oh, let's split everything, go 50-50, we're a power couple, yada, yada, yada. I don't really care much for it. And maybe that's just the narcissist in me coming out. Maybe I care too much about myself. Maybe I care too much about moi. But then again, I feel like that's the ideal relationship that like most guys want. They want a girl to like literally admire them, to think that they are amazing, that they're the best thing since sliced bread. And most of these girls think you guys are shit. Talk to you like you're fucking crazy. And even not even talking to you like you're crazy, just empty conversations. Conversations that are going nowhere. And then I want you to ask yourself, you're doing all this work. You're trying to get in shape, trying to get your money up. Like you're chasing these girls. You're all in their DMs to talk to someone that has nothing to talk about. And you're chasing them just with everything you got. And I really don't want to make this like sound like I hate women or anything like that. But I just want you to think that maybe some of these women aren't as special as you think. They're not this, like you find a girl and then everything in your life just gets better. Like that's some movie shit. Like in anything I say, I understand there are exceptions to the rules. That this may not be the case for everyone, or this doesn't happen 100% of the time, no shit. But for the majority. Like, you gotta understand that majority of these women are genuinely just not that special. There's nothing that amazing about them. And like I said, don't take this as like all women suck, but take it more so as like you have more value than you think. That you look at yourself and you think like, oh, I couldn't talk to this girl. I couldn't be with someone like that. Look how pretty she is. She probably gets approached by so many guys every day. Why would she choose me? Like just thinking like that, like, oh, I need this woman to choose me. Why the fuck are you thinking like that? You need to be in a thought process where you choose who you want to be with. Because I'm telling you, these girls are not that special. I don't know if I sound like I'm hating, but I'm just trying to like spit some game to you guys, especially if you're struggling in this department. They ain't that special, G.